Oh dear. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to my word for the day. I'm Lee Watson. I'm a business advisor. I'm an entrepreneur. An adventurer. I'm a guy who loves good words and thoughts. And I'm continuing a good word and thought that I started in the previous episode, 140, I believe it was. I could be wrong about that. But here we go. Let me just get the right stuff up here. All right. I'd like to thank our sponsors. I'd like to thank the Virtues Project for helping with good thoughts and words throughout the year. I appreciate them so much. So here we go. If you saw part one about a comment I made about you can have whatever you want, you can be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. Okay. And I told you I could prove it. And so I'm going to. And I'm going to focus on the whatever you want part today. And I'm going to talk about tools that you can use to not only get the things you want, be the person that you want. I sorry, I'm little bit late today. Okay, breathe. Let's do this. This is a great thought and idea, and people like the idea of knowing that they can be and do and have whatever they want. But most people don't believe it, and I know that, and I know that some people do believe it, and oddly enough, or amazingly enough, they do become who they want to be, and they do have the things that they want to have. Uh, how does that happen? Well, the first tool I'm going to talk to you about today is attitude. One of one of my mentors, Earl Nightingale, used to say that attitude is the magic word. So when it comes to as ye sow, so shall ye reap, attitude plays a key role in this. And so when you wake up in the morning, do you think, oh, I've got to go to work? Or is your first thought, thank you, God, this is a beautiful day. Even if it's a gloomy, ugly day, I'm going to make this a beautiful day. And everything I do from here on is going to prove that I can make this a beautiful day. Things like that go a long way. Your attitude has a lot to do with your results. And that's why he called it the magic word. Okay. We're talking about being and doing and having whatever you want. And how is attitude related to that? Attitude comes in when you're creating your thoughts and your ideas about what you want to be and do and have. And here's what's really important about that. If you're skeptical, and you should be about this, let's think about what it is that you want. Most people don't wake up and say, today I want to make $1 million, or I want to make 10 billion or $100 billion today. Now, they don't think like that. They think in terms of what's more reasonable for them. Um, and that reasonableness, as it turns out, isn't necessarily reasonable. We can be and do and have more than we currently do, but it turns out that we usually want to be and do and have a lot more than we need. And then, oddly, we settle for a lot less than we could be and do and have. How does that work? It turns out that settling for less than you could be and do and have is so common. But if we think about it, when we think about what it is that we want, maybe we need to spend a little bit more time there. Maybe wanting $100 million to show up today isn't what we really want. It's just something bigger than we think we could ever get. And so, wow, if we're thinking big, then maybe we'll get $10,000 today. Well, there is something to be said for striving, for setting big goals. And it's true that if you set a big goal and you don't reach it, chances are you will get farther than you would have otherwise if you had not set that big goal. These things all work. You know, this old adage, as ye reap, so shall ye sow. I mean, other way around. As ye sow, so shall ye reap. It does work that way. Farmers know this. They know that outside of timing and weather and things like that, if they sow corn, they will likely harvest corn. And if they sow nothing at all, they know that they're going to reap a nice harvest of weeds or nothing or nothing. um, that's a law of nature. It works that way. And this whole idea of setting your goals, reaching your goals, hopefully, works in the same way. Whatever you sow, you can expect to reap. Now, because there are other forces at nature, and I'm going to continue on with this farming idea. If the season turns out to be too rainy or too hot or too dry, whatever it is, it could affect that. Just like when you set your goals, outside forces, a death in the family, a loss of a partner, I mean, all these kind of things can have an effect. However, if you're moving in that general direction, if you're sowing good stuff and you're paying attention, you're watering and weeding and doing all the things that you need to do to nurture that dream, in this case, a crop, chances are pretty good it'll turn out all right. This is the idea that I want to spend time on today. This idea of using the tools that are available to you. Attitude is one of the first ones. Attitude and gratitude, while they are very close in actual spelling, are also closely related. When we have an attitude of gratitude, the things that we think about, the things that we hope and dream and pray for, are more likely to be the things that we actually realize. And so today, and there will be more tools and ideas coming up, but today I just want to talk about and help you to realize the importance of getting up in the morning with a beautiful attitude about your beautiful life and doing your best to make that happen. That's where attitude and gratitude come in. Be grateful for everything that you have. The fact that you're watching this suggests that you have some great advantages in life. You have technology available to you. You have the ability to watch this on something, whether it's a computer or your phone or whatever. You have those things. Every little thing that you have, your relationships, your relationship with God, if you have one, all those things are special. They're important, and those are things that we can, and certainly it would be good to be grateful for. These are things that make a difference. And when I made this claim about you can be and do and have whatever you want, I believe, and I have come to know, and I can prove it in my life, and I'd love to talk to you about it if you want. I know that it's true. I know that it's true. And as you learn to sow the seeds of whatever it is that you're looking for, uh, and understand that sowing a seed of prosperity, it seems like for some reason, money is a great tool, and it's a tool that opens a lot of doors for a lot of things. You can be more generous and more kind to more people if you have the money to do it. I acknowledge that money is a great tool, and I think you'll acknowledge that too. It's just a tool, though. It is not something to love. It is something to use as a tool. Let's love God and people and use tools like money. And if we can do that, if we can master this thing, we will be well on our way to having and being and doing everything that we want. And uh, if you want to talk to me about this, let me put up a banner here. And if you go to businessbeyondnumbers.com/contact, you can choose a time and date to have a Zoom call with me, or if you're close in geographical terms, then we can maybe meet somewhere. But if you want to talk about any of this stuff or your life or your business, this is a free call. businessbeyondnumbers.com/contact. Pick a time and we'll have a 15-minute chat. And I think I can guarantee that it will be beneficial for you in some way. I'm going to be confident that it will be beneficial. It will be something that you learn from. I learn from every person I talk to. We all should do that. Make that call. If not, put a comment in that says, "Hey, I want to learn about this," or I think this, or "I think you're wrong." Whatever it is, put it in the comments or send me a direct message and let's talk about it, because life is short. I mean, if we happen to live to be 100 years old, that's nothing in the whole scheme of time as we know it. And as those of us learn every day, life is short and time seems to magically speed up as we go along. How does that happen? I don't know. We're in the middle of the year right now. How did that happen? The year just started. I don't know. But did you do some good stuff? Did you help some people? Did you love some people? Did you make some people laugh? If you did, chances are pretty good you're living a successful life. And I think most of us want to feel like we are living a successful life. We are leaving a legacy of some sort, and we're helping people. And in the Bible, and I refer to the Bible from time to time, and that's not a religious comment. It's just a fantastic resource. And if you don't know it, start reading it. I think you'll agree. Anyway, I don't want to get off on a tangent. However, the Bible has some really great wisdom. And that wisdom comes in the form of proverbs and stories about Jesus' life. And one of the things he was asked was, what's the most important commandment? And a lot of people think of religion in terms of what you can do and what you can't do and all that kind of stuff. What he said was, love your God with all your heart and soul and mind and strength, and love other people as yourself. It's all about loving. God is love. And if we can learn to love God and people, such an advantage in life. And it brings us so much closer to where we want to be, whatever that is. Okay, that's, oh gosh, I've gone over time again. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for the little thumbs up and hearts and shares and comments. Thank you for all of that stuff. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to God and the world and everybody else. I'm thankful that I get to do this, and I hope that you enjoy it. So, here's my reminder for the day. As always, do something really nice for somebody else today. And if you have the resources, and maybe that's in your future, if it's not already there, for some of you it is, and I love you for it, do something really nice for a whole bunch of people. Let's be that light. Let's be that source of love and hope and joy and peace and confidence and all the good things that we can be a resource for. Let's do that. Let's be that light and make this world a better place. And I typically acknowledge that I am not living in a fantasy world. I know that there's plenty of challenges and there's hurt people, and hurt people hurt people. And yes, I am aware of all of that. But we can be a light. We can be a source of all of those good words that I mentioned. And it's a great thing to do. Let's make this life the best it can be. And we do that in part with attitude and gratitude. I'll give you some more words next time. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.